What is up, my friends, and how's it going? And welcome back to the 14th episode of our Let's Play series as Parthia with your fellow comrade Summary. In the previous episode, we managed to break the deadlock against the Odrysians as well as the Tolisto-Bogii, and we are looking to push deeper into the Hellenic world and pretty much destroy all of the Daco-Thracian tribes that occupy the Balkans. Meanwhile, in the east, our armies are slowly building up. Army 3 Syria is building up that siege army. Meanwhile, Horde 5 Syria is also building up their Horde-based army. We are moving Horde 6 Asia towards Kabbalah. And we also have a dignitary down here in the south who we are going to slightly move towards Egypt. Try to get some of their provinces off them. And return them back to the Muscat faction. Meanwhile, in Asia, things are looking quite good, except our public order is ever decreasing. Going to see over here if we can improve that public order. We can, so we are going to go ahead and do that. Going to cost us a fair bit. Our treasury and our economy is looking a bit good. Our food situation is dropping a bit. As you can see, Asia is making a decent amount of money, almost 50% of Mada, and still it is not completely leveled up. Asia can be specced as an industrial province, as it is one of the best provinces to do so. Meanwhile, here in the north, Army 1 Parthia can move towards Nessos. Go ahead and attack that settlement. It's a very good auto-resolve, so I'm going to just simply auto-resolve it. I can occupy as we now have Parni as the dominant culture, and with that we have destroyed the Tolisto-Bogii. Quickly go ahead and repair all of the buildings. Gonna go ahead and dismantle this one. We can just simply convert this one, dismantle this one, upgrade all of the other settlements. We don't really need a sanitation building. What we can get, however, is a couple of tables as well as a couple of temples. You know what? I'm actually going to go ahead for, yeah, I guess the sanitation building is not so bad. I do believe it gives a decent amount of public order, just 2. This one over here gives 16, so that should be able to counteract it. Alright, with that, I think I am happy with the build of this province for now. And we are waiting in order to be able to get the 2 units that we lost in Horde 1 Parthia, unfortunately. We could just simply transfer over the units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Transfer all of them. So Horde 1 Parthia is fine. We can park Horde 2 Parsa over there and wait with Horde 2 Parsa. Meanwhile, Horde 1 Parthia can just simply keep moving and we can push the offensive. Take down Pella, perhaps. One of the things we can do over here strategically, so to speak, is Nessos happens to be a strategic province in this war, and that is because it kind of controls the direction of attack. So we could pretty much just hold Nessos and hold Pulpudeva with this army. We can move this army to hold Pulpudeva. This horde-based army can move further south to attack Pella, while this army can move to protect or to help attack Pella. And this army can go ahead, attack the northern region, the Illyrian provinces, without any resistance. And once we deal with this final army over here, there should be pretty much no resistance and we can move all the way down south towards Athens. So really looking forward to that, really looking forward to crushing the Hellenic world, as is our Achaemenid legacy. Meanwhile, a couple of our fleets have leveled up. This fleet over here is obviously going to be a... I'm actually going to spec him as a city governor general. Meanwhile, over here in Rhodos, can also spec this guy up. Get maybe some public order. Badly need that. Can I rank him up? No, I cannot. Do we have any other characters that I can level up? Atish 8 Pessinus. Go ahead. Get some of that. Beautiful. And we really need to fix our food situation. However, we are researching in construction. So the idea would be after construction to go ahead and research for intensified agriculture, upgrade our farms throughout our empire. Meanwhile, a quick look of our provinces. We are taxing the right provinces, so that is great. And without any further ado, I think I can go ahead end the turn, but I can also engage in some politics. So I am going to go ahead and do that. Okay, improve the cunning of that character. That character now should be completely leveled up. Meanwhile, this character over here can still improve her zeal. And the character can also improve her cunning. Meanwhile, over here on the far left, we can improve the authority of this character. Go ahead and do that real quick. And with that, we can go ahead, end the turn, and I will see you all in the future when I'm ready to take down Pella and launch my invasion into the Greek mainland. Alright, welcome back to the next turn. The army that was garrisoning Pella has moved out and starting to raid our settlement of Naissos, which makes absolutely no sense. However, it is what it is. I'm going to go ahead and build up a temple over here. We need a temple. Go ahead, upgrade that building. Meanwhile, we can recruit one cataphract unit at least. So that is great. Down here in the south and in the east, we can move our army up towards Armenia. However, the goal is I am going to move him first to get that siege equipment from Syria. Go ahead, move this army down towards Hecatombe Pylos. And recruit up those cataphracts. Wonderful. That's done. Economy is back on track with a bang. Gonna have a quick look at all of our provinces. We can upgrade this building, so we are gonna go ahead and do that. And upgrade this one as well. And upgrade this building into the sanitation building. Perfect. Right. Economy isn't at God tier mode at the moment. However, it is what it is. What we can do over here, however, is we can ignore these armies. They are still taking a lot of attrition. That is good. Meanwhile, this army over here is starting to take some attrition as well. So that's good. They will be quite weak and won't be able to deal with us soon enough. Meanwhile, over here in Rhodos, quick look at our garrison. It's looking quite good, decent. Completely garrisoned up. That is good. Our army to Mesopotamia can actually march towards Pella. It is quite undefended. And we are going to go ahead and fight this battle. Meanwhile, Horde 1 Parthia can move closer to trying to attack this army over here. Keep moving our dignitaries towards Illyria now. They are no longer required in Thracia. We're going to move our other dignitaries down towards Macedonia. Perfect. And things are looking good. So very soon, if I conquer Pella as well as I hold Naissos, I should be able to cut off the Odrysians from their Illyrian holdings. And in order to do that, I first need to fight the battle. However, a lot of our units have leveled up, so I am going to go ahead and get them the skills that they need. Perfect. Meanwhile, we do have a dignitary over here who can improve all his abilities to further improve our economy. There is a spy that is level 1, so that means he isn't doing anything. We are going to move him, let's say, down towards the Peloponnese. Keep scrolling. Army 2 Mesopotamia has leveled up. We can improve the skills of our units across the board. Our champion has also leveled up. That is good. And another champion of ours has leveled up as well. So we are going to go ahead, give him that skills. Get for him some household traits as well. Perfect. Quick look at our politics. This guy is at -20 due to Patriot, and soon enough we will deal with that once we wipe out the Odrysians and the Athenae. However, we can for now look at, let's say, our public order. Public order seems to be good across the board. Meanwhile, this character is fully leveled up. We were in the process of upgrading this character's zeal, so let's go ahead and continue to do so. And we can improve the authority of this character over here. Go ahead, keep doing that. Wonderful. Good stuff. And with that, I am ready to end the turn after I besiege and take down Pella. Alright, welcome to the battle. Not what you expect to see of Pella, a barbarian settlement. However, we are going to change that real quick. We are going to move up our troops. Our archers over here can get closer to the enemy unit. I am going to fast forward a little bit over here. Get both of our units over here to protect our ladders. Meanwhile, we can move our hoplite closer to this section of the walls. Get our siege equipment close as well. Move these other hoplites close to the gates to burn down the gates. And we can also move our horse archers over here. Wonderful. And we're already in the process of routing some units. That is great. Quickly go ahead, keep fighting this battle. I am going to fight it on speed 5. There's nothing much to see here. It's a fairly easy garrison army. And should easily be able to win once we create that breach in the walls. Meanwhile, our hoplite over here can act as a missile shield. Go ahead, deploy them in that hoplite formation. Archers are doing quite a good job. Siege units are in position. They can go ahead, hit that, and move our elephants also up close. Wonderful. Other hoplites are in position. We are going to go ahead and burn down the gates with them. Meanwhile, these units have reached the walls. That's great. Wonderful. Our general can go ahead, charge at that archer unit. We're nearly done breaching this wall. I did remember to turn off the timer for the battle. That was really close for our general. However, he did manage to escape that. Go ahead, break that section of the wall. These enemy archers should pretty easily die. They are getting charged in the back by our general. And with that, they have been completely defeated. We're going to keep moving our general back.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Hoplites are busy burning down the gate. It is at 59%. So that is great. Meanwhile, we can move all of our melee troops to attack over there.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Cavalry can go ahead, charge into that breach. Just wait for the artillery a bit to break that segment of the wall. It's almost broken. We are actually going to charge our elephants into that breach. Go ahead, cavalry, you can charge as well. Some of our swordsmen are taking a bit of casualties. We are going to move our general up close. Meanwhile, the gates have been completely burnt and the gates are also neutralized, so we can just simply move our hoplites into the fight. Go ahead, elephants. Want you to keep charging. We can slow down the battle for now. Go ahead, horse units, go for that charge. Elephants, go ahead, hit this general unit. It's a light melee infantry, so as our elephants move across it, it should push and kill all of these units. Wonderful. Go for the attack, all of you. Move all of our hoplites into and out of hoplite formation. Get them to charge here as well. Meanwhile, our Parthian noble cataphracts or cataphract archers have caught up to this unit. Quick look at what's going on with our elephants. These spear units are going to get close enough to the elephants. We are going to charge into them and then get out of there. Go ahead, charge into these spear units. They should lose decisively when the second elephant unit catches up to them. There we go. Perfect. Keep spamming that. Attack. And then we are going to move back towards these archer units. And we have managed to rout those units. Meanwhile, over here, things are looking good. Our general's taking a bit of casualties. Going to move him away. And with that, it looks like we have won the battle. And I will see you all in the campaign. And we conquered Pella quite easily. We are going to go ahead and sack the settlement. Wonderful. And we're quickly going to start dismantling all the buildings we don't need. Repair the ones we could use. Go ahead, dismantle this building. Dismantle this one as well. And dismantle this. Can repair this one. Wonderful. And I am going to turn off the taxation over here to help with that food issue. And this is great. This army, however, won't be able to replenish in this turn. That is because we do not have population in Pella. However, that will change soon enough. And we are quite close to attacking an undefended Athena, so that is also great. Our dignitaries have moved into position or as close as they possibly could. Can move the spy down here to get a line of sight of what's going on in Larissa. And it seems like Larissa is undefended as well. So pretty much in the next turn we should be able to quickly move our armies into Illyria and another army into Larissa. So yeah, it seems like the resistance or the deadlock has finally been broken, and I will see you all in the future when I am ready to completely annihilate these factions. Welcome to the future. We have moved a few turns into the future. We are suffering with our food. However, we will rectify that as soon as we can. Meanwhile, we can upgrade some of the buildings over here in Asia Minor. And we can get another temple over here. Go ahead, improve. Okay. Alright, it seems like our other provinces are doing quite fine. And we can't get the sanitation building over here. That's surprising. What we are going to do is build up over here. Wait a couple of turns and then perhaps we can build it. Meanwhile, over here, we can see our army has moved closer towards Epidamnos. We are going to just simply auto-resolve this battle. And we are going to raise the settlement. Wonderful, so now we control Epidamnos. And we could just improve things over here. Meanwhile, we have a couple of dignitaries. We can just deploy them in this province. Wonderful. As far as cultural conversion is concerned, we are at about 3 per turn, so that's quite good. Meanwhile, these dignitaries over here, they're doing quite well. Should try to convert the provinces as quickly as we can. We are at 3%, so should happen quite quickly. Meanwhile, over here, we are going to steal some food, move into the Peloponnese. Go ahead, steal some more food. That does help with our food situation a bit. Meanwhile, things don't look so good up here in the north. I mean, we could soon be at war with the Udi again. We are going to move back over here. Army 3 Syria is slowly making its way towards Syria. And this is the fastest route. If it reaches Samosata, it can go to our Samosata and then into Trapezoros and get its full army. Meanwhile, a quick look at all of our characters, those who have leveled up. We just have a single dignitary. And he doesn't need the commercial because, of course, Asia is without a doubt going to be an industrial focused province. So we are going to go for that. extra growth rate for sure, as well as tax rate. Meanwhile, these armies are slowly withering away. These two armies are no longer a threat of any magnitude. I mean, both of them combined equal to one full 20 stack, and they will keep losing more and more men as time progresses. I could deal with this army over here and then march this army down south to deal with Larissa. However, I am just going to wait one turn to replenish. Actually, you know what? I just could attack them in this turn. I'm gonna quick save over here, jump into the battle, and I will see you all in the battle. Alright, welcome to the battle. We have begun our deployment. And we are going to move our troops closer to the settlement. Fast forward a bit over here. Get our melee troops a little bit close. They don't seem that like they want to leave their settlement, so that's going to be a bit of an issue. We are just simply going to keep hurling our arrows towards them. Focus on the light spears, really. And once we get rid of their spears, we should be able to deal more effectively with them. Go ahead, pull our troops a little bit closer. Group 3, Group 4, you can go this way. Group 3, go ahead, go into Cantabrian. Group 2, Cantabrian is good because it increases your rate of fire, but at the same time, you are less likely to be hit by missile units. We're just going to deplete all of our missiles before we go ahead and start charging into this. There goes another spear unit. Could get rid of their... Perfect. So it seems like we are whittling down all of their deadly troops. And they decide to come out now, so we can disable that Cantabrian. Nope, they don't want to attack us still. Go ahead, redeploy that Cantabrian. Coming out, Ivy. Move back. Alright, it looks like they are going to engage us. I'm going to slow down the battle here real quick. Move back Group 3, move Group 4 over here. It should be an easy battle now because we have pretty much dealt with all of their troops that are deadly versus horse archers. Go ahead, engage that Cantabrian, get these guys out of Cantabrian. 3, you can come back. We're nearly done with our missile. And over here we want to charge into that unit. Go ahead, charge here as well. Camel Cataphracts can charge into that unit. Wonderful. Big damage over here. Can move our Cataphracts behind. Camel Cataphracts doing a good job over there. Camel Cataphracts can go ahead, keep charging.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Wonderful. These Cataphracts can charge from both directions. Pretty much wipe out this center over here. Alright, wonderful. Move our Camel Cataphracts out of there. Move our regular Cataphracts out of there. Get our general close. Group 3 looks good. Group 4, you're almost done with your munitions. Camel Cataphracts can go ahead, charge over here. Group 4, go ahead, charge the same unit. While these Cataphracts can charge here. These guys can charge here as well. Group 3, you can charge there. This unit should lose decisively. Wonderful.
units has used all its ammunition.
Great stuff. Keep moving. Quite an easy battle so far. And as you can see, they're already routing, and we should win the battle fairly soon like this. Nothing much they can do. And I am going to go ahead, hunt down this enemy army, and I will see you all in the campaign once it is done. Alright, with that we have defeated this army. They just have one unit left. We are going to go ahead and kill all the captives. We could choose to pursue him, however I am not going to do that. I do want to replenish in this turn. And actually, you know what I could do? I think Nessos has decent amount of garrison. They can survive. So I could actually push towards Larissa. Perfect. And the auto-resolve looks quite good, so I'm going to quick save over here. Hopefully I don't lose any troops again. Auto-resolve this one. And I lost one cataphract. Oh my god. And we're going to go ahead and just simply loot the settlement as well. And with that we have conquered Larissa as well. Things are looking quite good for us. Go ahead, dismantle all the buildings we don't need. Wonderful. And over here what I could do is I could recruit yet another cataphract unit. I mean, yes, perfect. What I am actually going to do is not recruit it over here. I am going to move him as close as I can. And then go ahead and recruit it. Wonderful. Now I can go ahead and recruit this cataphract unit. And with that I am ready to go ahead, end the turn, and I will see you all in the future. Alright, welcome back to the next turn. We have moved Horde 2 Parsa to make Horde 1 Parthia back to a full stack. We are going to move Horde 2 Parsa into Pella, and we can move Army 2 Mesopotamia to conquer Athens. It's a pretty good auto-resolve. I am going to go ahead auto-resolve this one. And we are going to raise the settlement. In revenge for the burning of Persepolis. Yep. Things are looking good over here. We are going to go ahead and get some... Go ahead. Build some more temples, try to convert the province of Macedonia as quickly as we can. We are about 3.3% change per turn. That is quite powerful. Meanwhile over here this army needs a couple of turns to replenish. I don't see any enemy fleets in the nearby vicinity, so I could just actually move towards Nessos. It is quite risky. Epidamonos has a very poor garrison. However, this can quickly replenish my army and then I can march them to attack Delaminum. With that being done, we are going to go ahead and repair Athens. Quickly turn off the taxes. And I do want to build some barracks. The idea is to release Sparta and to make them into a satrapy as well. And definitely will be needing to build up some industrial buildings, I guess, to help Sparta. Wonderful. And if we do release Sparta as a satrapy, we will get access to Spartan hoplites, which is excellent. Meanwhile, let's quickly have a look at our provinces. As you can see, the Athenae are now going to take a lot of attrition as they don't have any settlements left. And what we are going to do, quickly have a look at our provinces. Economy is slowly growing back. And this is the best economy we've ever had this entire campaign. However, it isn't exactly where I want it to be. you can see, we are suffering a little bit in terms of public order. We will not be able to resolve that. What we need to do is actually complete this research in the construction and then focus on resolving our food situation. Of course, this -20 slave unrest while your faction is an empire is absolutely incredible. Definitely want this one. And after that, we are going to focus on, you know, completing the rest of our civil tree. And we'll see what way we can do that best. However, for now, we are going to jump quickly into politics. This faction hates us a little bit due to that Patriot debuff. Can go ahead and rank up some of our political rivals. Make them a bit more loyal to our cause. Okay, wonderful. And what we also need to do is we need to check our own characters and try to level them up. I believe this character over here is nearly completely leveled up, so we are going to give her that final bit of zeal, send her on a vacation to get her cunning up, and then quickly we are going to move on to this character over here, give her that final bit of authority. We don't have any character that has 11. There we go. Final bit of authority, that's good. And see if we can marry off any of our unmarried characters. But now it seems like all of our characters are married, so that's good. And with that, I think I can go ahead, end the turn, and I will see you all in the future when I am ready to completely wipe out the Odrysian kingdom. Welcome back to the future. One of our agents has been bribed. No idea what that means. He is still our agent. Alright. Perfect. And we can have a quick look at our provinces. Everything seems to be going quite well over here. Meanwhile, we should soon be able to be making a lot of money from Asia. Really want to save up on some money before I can go ahead and start upgrading all of these buildings. However, for now, because they're quite expensive, they are 10,000, so if I just upgrade 10 of these, we'll pretty much lose all my treasury, so I do want to hold on for as long as I can. However, the buildings that will add a bonus to my income, I will get them upgraded. Quick look at our empire maintenance as well. It is at 67%, that is quite high. And apart from that, everything else seems to be fine. What we do want to do, however, is start to move our armies away from Rhodos and Epipsos. Try to move them towards the east over here. We are going to try to vassalize the Udayi and conquer the whole of the Caucasus from the Archebos for us, if we cannot afford to do so peacefully. Wonderful. Meanwhile, up here in the Balkans, our armies have gotten quite close to attacking Delaminum, so we are going to go ahead and move our main army. Can just auto-resolve this one. I don't think we should lose any units. It will be not a very favorable auto-resolve, however, can just go ahead and do that, and we can loot the settlement once again. Great, and with that they have lost Delaminum as well. I'm sorry, the Odrysian kingdom is really now on the back foot, so that is great for us. Can go ahead and repair that building. Meanwhile, move this army, can go ahead and attack Iadar actually. And I might actually have to fight this one. It seems like I don't have to. The auto-resolve seems to be very good. And it is at 93%, so I'm going to take that. We don't lose a single unit. Can go ahead and loot this settlement as well. Go ahead, demolish all of the buildings. Convert this one, demolish this one, convert this one as well. And as you can see, we have now completely conquered all of the settlements of the Odrysian faction. They are going to die slowly. And that is great. That is exactly what we want. And pretty much soon enough, we should be in a position to attack Sparta, release it as a satrapy if we can. And yeah, we are quickly going to check on the UDI. Alright, and it seems like I can go ahead and attack them. It is going to be a little bit risky because they are allied with the Bosphorian kingdom, who I do have a trade agreement and a non-aggression agreement with. This is quite risky, so what I am going to do is just going to park over here, move them slightly behind. There is no point of attacking right away. Meanwhile, Army 3 Syria over here has recruited its siege engine, so it can move towards Armenia and get those legionaries. If we can get 3 of them. We need 4. Meanwhile, the general has also leveled up, so I can get that army upkeep cost reduction. Quickly have a look at any of the skills we can use. The replenishment rate is quite good, as well as we can get this. And then I can move towards Pontos as well in an attempt to get what do you call it, the hoplites. And with that, it seems like I am done with this turn, so I am going to forward into the future when I am ready to conquer the whole of the Caucasus. Keep in mind, the overall objective is to destroy the Romans and conquer the whole of the Italian peninsula. The Romans are slowly expanding. They have increased their holdings in Iberia as well as Northern Africa. So very soon we are going to have to deal with the Romans. But first, I would definitely like to deal with the Egyptians. Meanwhile, our dignitary over here is not going to be able to conquer that province, or gain it diplomatically rather. So we are going to move him back towards Petra. Gain some cultural conversion. Wonderful. And a quick look at all of our characters. None of them need to be leveled up. Quick look at our diplomacy, our politics, sorry. We can go ahead and level up some characters, so let's promptly do that. Go ahead, improve her zeal as well as improve her cunning. And we have a character all the way over here who I believe needs to be leveled up. So we are going to go ahead and level up her authority. Cancel this ability for her, give it to her so that she gets 10 authority in the next turn. We can work on her zeal. Meanwhile, over here, some of our provinces are losing their public order, so we are going to go ahead and try our level best to improve it. Starting with Asia, we do want to prioritize improving the public order in our economic provinces, since we are playing with the Vox Populi submod, which gives more benefits the more public order we have. And with that, I think I can go ahead, end the turn, and I will see you all in the future when I am ready to take on the Caucasus. Since I am actually going to do that, what I do need to do is actually cancel all our agreements with the Bosphorian kingdom. They might attack my subject. What I also need to do is move my other horde army, Horde for Syria, into Asia. Go ahead and deploy them in that patrol stance. And then we are going to march towards the Caucasus with all our 4 armies, and hopefully our siege army will also be completely recruited up by then. Alright, welcome back to the future. We are going to build up some of these buildings over here in Illyria. While we can build up these settlements. Fantastic. And we are going to move Horde 1 Parthia down towards the Peloponnese. Meanwhile, we are also going to move these armies back towards Epidamnos in order to replenish them. The objective will be, before this episode ends, to kind of deal with the Epirates as well. Liberate the Spartan faction down over here. And finally, we are also going to try to conquer the Caucasus. Hopefully we will be able to achieve all of that before this episode comes to its end. Meanwhile, over here in Asia, a quick look at our provinces. Seem to be fine. Public order is not that great. Our economy is slowly increasing, as you can see. We are making a good amount of money. Asia is already making 41,000 per turn. Mada at 60,000. So very soon we should be able to do that. We are still in the process of researching for that intensified agriculture. Meanwhile, over here in the east, in the Caucasus, these armies have moved out of position, so it is probably the best time I will get to attack the settlement and, of course, subjugate them. So I'm going to go ahead, do that, declare the war. Hopefully all of my vassals join. That's wonderful. Can go ahead and auto-resolve this. We might lose a couple of troops. We haven't lost any, so we are going to go ahead, subjugate this faction. Wonderful, they are subjugated, and now they belong to us, and their full armies should be, you know, quite friendly with us. We are going to ask them to join the war. They are at war with the Bosphorans, so that is great. So in the next turn, we're probably going to take Shketa as well as Phasis away from the Bosphorans. And one of the reasons I am focused in the Caucasus is while Rome is the final objective of this campaign, as they have won the votes, the military objectives is really bad. We can get Latium, which is not a problem. The other province we need to get is Scythia, and for most of you who have seen my Mauryan series will know that I hate conquering Scythia because it is a massive province with a lot of attrition, and I really don't want to go that route. The other option, of course, is the economic victory, for which I have to conquer the Bosphorus, which is not so bad because it's quite close to us, but I also need to conquer Arabia Felix. And Arabia Felix isn't that great, so definitely would not want to do that. However, with the cultural, as you can see, we are already in the process of conquering the Caucasus, and the final is the complete ownership of Varzem. So that shouldn't be too hard, as we already own half of Varzem, and it is at 77% Arni culture, so that should be quite easy to achieve. And before we go ahead and end this turn, let us quickly level up all the characters that we can level up. Spy over here. Fantastic, as well as our horde over here. We are taking a bit of attrition, and soon enough we will want to move away from this province in order to replenish our armies. And over here this army is good enough, so I am going to start moving away from the province. Meanwhile, our two horde armies down here in the south can quickly attack Phasis in the next turn. And Army 3 Syria is in the process of waiting for some hoplite units. And once we get that Pontic hoplite, can go ahead and attack Shketa as well. So I will see you all in the future when I am ready to do that. Alright, so our ally has attacked Mishketa, and we are going to help him. Can go on that defensive stance. He will be able to take the settlement. Hopefully he occupies it. And we are going to just kill all the captives. Go ahead, occupy it. Wonderful. And okay, we are going to enter war on the side of our ally, I guess. Welcome back to the next turn. We have a noble death. I'm gonna go for the cultural subjugation. House of Karen. We lost a guy over there. So what do we need to do? We need to see if we can marry off to get yet another character. That's great. This character has zeal. We want to put this character in charge instead. Sarduri. Let's go ahead. Hire him. Quickly check where he is actually. Ashurdan. Sarduri. There we go. Reinstate the legacy. And deploy him into this province. Wonderful. And we are slowly improving our economy. As you can see, it's continuously on the rise. However, we are suffering a little bit from our public order issues. And mainly that is due to the fact that we have a lot of slaves. It is giving us minus... Well, it's not that bad. -5 actually. And we can further decrease it with, of course, if we get this technology researched. Meanwhile, Shketa did manage to conquer that. Our armies did try to help him out. We are going to move our armies closer towards the Archibosphorus. It seems like I could perhaps attack this army. Gonna go ahead, lay siege to Phasis. And try to attack this army. He is gonna move closer. And I could now auto-resolve this one, I believe. Fairly good auto-resolve, 86%. I'm going to take that. Didn't manage to lose any. And we are going to go ahead and loot, or raise the settlement rather. Raising it is better. Go ahead, upgrade all of our troops over here, as well as over here. We are at war with this faction and we are going to try to peacefully resolve that if we can. Can we make them a client state? Nope. Okay, we're going to ask for payments from them. Wonderful. And now what we are going to do is we are going to sell this province to our subject, the UDI. There we go. And with that we should have sold the province to the UDI. Meanwhile, up here in the north, the Bosphorans don't look too happy. Looks like they own quite a lot actually in Scythia. I'm gonna see if I can piece them out. It is on high. Can I create a satrapy? What about a... No, I can't really. Maybe I could encourage the Scythians to join the war against the Bosphorans. Pay them quite a bit. They will not join. That is unfortunate. But we are just going to go ahead and try to peacefully resolve this fight against the Bosphorans. Will they give us trade as well? They will, so that's pretty good. We could ask for a non-aggression as well, perhaps. If they accept for a payment, I'm willing to pay it. Nope, doesn't seem like they will. And with that, I am ready to go ahead and end the turn and quickly have a look at what's going on over here. They do have a barracks, some siege workshops as well. Wonderful. All of our vassals are piecing out against the Bosphoran kingdom. There's nothing much else to do in this turn. Perhaps a little bit of politics. A quick look at our politics. We're looking quite good in terms of influence as well as our other party loyalties. We can have a look at some of the wives that we need to upgrade. And go ahead, upgrade this character's zeal. So let's go ahead and do that. Wonderful. Can also improve her cunning. With that, there's nothing much else to do. This character also needs to be leveled up. However, we have to wait before leveling up her zeal. We have another character that has come off education aid, so we are going to go ahead and send her for tutoring, even though eventually we are going to assassinate her. You never know, they might come in handy. Quick look at all of our characters and the ones that we can level up. Go ahead and get some of those army traditions. And now finally, with our eastern half completely secured, we are going to slowly focus our attention onto acquiring the Balkans. Meanwhile, down over here in the east, we can move our armies back in order to replenish a little bit. Go ahead, move this army towards Ekbatana. Upgrade all of you. Go ahead, deploy you in that patrol stance. And the objective in the next episode is to march both of these armies towards Aktau, try to conquer that province, and that way we will have control of the entire eastern provinces that we need for our cultural victory. And then we are going to move all of our eastern armies down south towards the Levant and then try to attack the Egyptians. The Egyptians are slowly gaining ground against the Medevi as well as the Muscat faction. We can see if the Muscat are desperate enough to become our satrap. What if I give them all of my money? Nope. Still not desperate enough. What about the Charmutas? Nope. Alright, so with that I think we are done with the east and now we can focus on conquering the entirety of the Balkans. For that we will have to declare war against Syracuse. And we will also have to declare war against Epirus. We have two of our armies in position ready to take on the Epirus faction. Meanwhile, we can upgrade some of the buildings over here. And we are almost at 200,000 treasury, which is quite good. And also go ahead, upgrade all of these buildings over here. And slowly our economy is going to snowball into a behemoth. You can see over here, Asia is slowly catching up to Mada. It's now almost 50,000 with Mada at almost 60,000. So it's just about 10 to 15,000 away from actually overtaking Mada. So yes, without any further ado, quick look at our vassals. We can trade with the Udi for now. And they won't accept it in this turn. We can slowly try to improve their relationships or their opinion of us. They're very friendly. Okay, that's good. Alright, perfect. Quick look at our other subjects. Very friendly, all of them. Except the Bactrians. The Bactrians always hate us. I'm gonna quickly offer them some payments as well. Get them up to that very friendly status, and then we can see if we can attack some of these factions over here. Alright, perfect. All of our vassals are very friendly now. And I could attack Epirus directly and Syracuse directly. However, the problem with that is some of my vassals could refuse to join the war and then they will be at war against me, and I don't want that to happen. So I'm actually going to ask Syracuse if I can join the war against Epirus. No, Syracuse is a defensive ally of Carthage. And I'm actually going to ask Epirus if I can join the war against Syracuse. They refuse. I'm going to try again and pay them for it. Payments. Offer you this much payment. You will accept. Untrustworthy. Meanwhile, against the Carthaginians, we are going to ask to join the war against Epirus. It's on high. Wonderful. Now we're at war with the Epirus as well. So quite nicely we have declared war on both factions. Easy auto-resolve, extremely easy. We are going to auto-resolve it over here. And we are going to liberate Sparta. There we go. Not exactly Sparta, but it is the Achaean League rather. And however, they do have access to Spartan type units. We are going to go ahead, offer that trade agreement. Should be at high. Create a satrapy out of them if we can. They will refuse to be a satrapy. We could declare war against them. That will take our reliability rating to extremely low. However, I don't mind doing that. All in favor of, you know, pretty much the next couple of turns we are going to sit and, you know, reorganize our empire as well as our armies, allow them to replenish a bit. We can auto-resolve against Epirus over here. Gonna go ahead and sack the settlement. What did I do over there? Okay, I sacked it, so I can just go ahead and loot it as well. Go ahead and loot it. And the Epirus faction has been wiped out completely. That's great. Go ahead, dismantle some of these buildings, convert the other buildings. Wonderful. And we are going to declare war against the Achaean League once again. Don't really care. It's going to be treacherous. Quite dangerous to actually do this. And I'm actually going to save the game over here before I attempt to do this, because I don't want my vassals to break free. And let's see if they will join. Okay, all of my vassals join. Easy auto-resolve. Gonna auto-resolve once again. Hopefully we don't lose any of our units. And we are gonna subjugate Sparta. Wonderful. We should be really untrustworthy, unreliable. It's gonna take a while for us to regain our reliability. Meanwhile, we can get some army traditions. There's no point of these army traditions. We can get the extra battle captives. Charge bonus is always good as well. So we are going to go for that charge bonus, I believe. Okay, wonderful. And we can get this. Move our army back. Alright, our food is suffering a little bit, so we're going to have to deal with that. Perhaps replenish in this turn before selling this province to Sparta. Quickly go ahead, and Sparta is going to absolutely hate us. Gonna go ahead, get that trade agreement, get some payment for them. They accept, should improve their hostility towards us. And we are gonna offer some payments to keep them kind of loyal. And with that, we have pretty much subjugated the Hellenic world. The only faction that remains is Knossos. And quite soon we will declare war against Knossos and give it to the Achaean League. The Achaean League is quite friendly.
I cannot say for how long, for matters of state and a splendid bowl of olives demand.
We are going to improve that friendliness with them.
If I can give you a fair
Like so.
you will have.
Wonderful.
Now we can drink. I am here to listen if you speak honestly. Truth will be
Okay.
the gods of Olympus.
They're almost at friendly with us. We do want to do that so that they don't declare war upon us. Now their friendliness level should increase quite significantly.
Ambassador of such worthy people.
And now they are very friendly with us. Quick look at all of our satrapies. We should have about 6 of them for now.
Indeed.
Bactria, very friendly. Hake, very friendly. The Achaean League is also very friendly. Pontus is quite friendly. And the Udii is also quite friendly. So I'm going to go ahead and quickly end this turn. And in the next turn, hopefully we will be able to establish trade agreements with the Udii. Or actually, you know what? I'm going to do that all in the turn between turns. And I am going to go ahead and end this episode. And so I thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. And if you like the video, then like the video. And don't forget to subscribe if you are interested for more. Peace and love.